Hi, ladies. How are you? I'm going to check on my settings. Hi, Artsy Girl Marilyn. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Jessica. Aloha. How are you? It's Aloha Friday for sure. It is definitely Aloha Friday. Hi, Hattie Poe. Hi, Angela. How are you? Hi, Angela and Angela. Well, I am going to work. You guys, my desk is so... Okay, so school's out. Yay! Hi, Crafty Mom. How are you? How is everybody? Hi, Linda. Hi, Lisa. School is out. Hi, Liz. So we are definitely celebrating. Okay? We are celebrating. We are so celebrating that school is out. Super happy. Let me try to get my screen. So school is officially out. And I can't tell you how happy I am. I am. So how is everybody? How is everybody? Let me see if I can pop my chat out. Hi, Elizabeth. So I think I'm going to work on an altered book. I think I'm going to work on that. I have so many projects, you guys. I have been cleaning. I have been doing some, I have to tell you, some incredibly intense, serious calamari, like going through paper page by page, which, you know, that's like absolutely no fun. Yay for school being out. I'm telling you, you guys. So today was like, yesterday was the last day of school. And the day before was, I told you guys that my hottie and I were going to volunteer. We volunteered to do the kids, oh my gosh, what's it called? You know, it's like their fun day. And it was like they created like a water park in like a miniature amusement park on the school property. So there was like a big water slide, and you know, they make these big blow up castle water slides. Have any of you guys seen those? They're amazing. So Hottie got stuck at the top of the water slide for the whole day. We have missed you, Linda. We're happy that you're here. Hi, sis. Aloha to you. Hi, Joyce. Yay, Joyce. Joyce doesn't have a video. Can you guys tell her to refresh? You guys see me, yeah? Tell Joyce to refresh. She says no video. There's two Joyces. Joyce Boring and Joyce Dudley. Refresh it. Yeah. So, you guys, I was so cranky. He was so cranky by the end of the day. We got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And of course, it's back to when you're like, you think, oh, it's such a good idea to volunteer. And then you do it and you're just like, what was I thinking? So we volunteered and it was really good. But by the time we got home, we were wiped out. We were completely and utterly wiped out. So, that was on Wednesday, and yesterday was the last day of school. So I asked my daughter Wednesday when we got home, I said, are they doing any sort of special thing on Wednesday, like a little graduation thing or anything? She's like, no, we just, that was our party. The party was what we were going to have, that thing that I volunteered for. So I said, okay, guys, never take your kids at their word. I don't think they don't even live in the same sphere we live in most of the time. So yesterday, I get a text from one of her teachers, showing me that she got this amazing award at school, and I wasn't there after I'd been there the whole day the day before. And I said, when I picked her up, I said, why didn't you tell me? She's like, oh, Mom, I didn't know. It was fine. You know, she was like, anyway, the worst part is he was at school, because this is the other thing she neglected to tell us. I asked, I said, is there a school party? Do we need to bring any food for it or anything? And she was like, no school party. And then like the morning of, she tells me, oh, well, we can bring I don't know what anyway, needless to say, she didn't tell me on a day and time that I could go get it. So in the morning, she tells me in the morning that she can bring, or she's supposed to bring something. And I was just like, great. So he had to run. So she decided that she wanted, I didn't have time at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning the day after we had been schooling it the whole day before to, honestly, you guys, I was so burned out. Couldn't even think clearly. So I didn't feel like it. So I just said to her, what can I bring? So finally she decided on fruit roll-ups, which I have to tell you, there was a fruit roll-up fiasco. It was ridiculous, as my life always is. I'm just trying to clean off enough space. It was ridiculous. So we had a fruit roll-up fiasco that turned out fine, but in the end it was ridiculous. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Scotty. Hi, Georgia. Jessica's saying it happened to her. Her son on the last day of 6th grade, he got a huge award and no one told me and you were at work. Jessica, my heart broke. At least the teacher sent me a picture. But the worst part is I was there the day before, and why they didn't tell me the day before, like why one of her teachers didn't tell me the day before, I don't know. But it's okay. But I will tell you the funny fruit roll-up fiasco. Okay, so get your drink of choice. I'm having iced coffee because it is hot here. You guys chat me in all caps. And while we're all just chatting for a second, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Anyway, who was it that asked about my altered books? I'll show you a couple of them, and I'm kind of working on one. I worked on one in Michelle Scott's birthday live stream. So this is the one that I'm making as my altered box with embellishments in it. And this is a encyclopedia. And then I made this one, and you guys, I made mine out of books that are really falling apart. You could make yours out of less falling apart books. I did use Mod Podge, which I know against my better judgment to use, because you guys, I never have good luck with Mod Podge not sticking together. Maybe some of you guys do that live in a less humid climate, but mine sticks together. So I'm going to have to go back and like cornstarch or baby powder the insides of these little envelopes or my accordion files to keep them from sticking together. Hi, BJ. Hi, Trish. We're happy to see you. And then this one also has a hidden pocket, and I haven't finished this one either. And so what I'm going to do on this one is I haven't decided. I'd like to cover it, I think, with some nice, I don't know, fabric or something, but I haven't dug through my stash. I need to go ahead and decoupage the inside with some book pages, and then glue these together and put a magnet or something so that it stays closed. And then I think just glue, I'm thinking just glue it to the spine so that it just acts like a box. That one I still have to finish, but this one has book wormholes and everything in it, which don't really bother me, but you know, it was definitely a book that was, look, aren't they kind of cool though, wormholes? Anyway, so I'll show you the one I started working on because somebody asked me, and I'm going to work on it a little bit today here with you guys. What happened? Hey, Emily. Thanks. Hi, Barb. Hey, Kathy. Barb, I loved your stream today. I'm sorry I couldn't stay around and chat as much as I would have. Today was like, so I'll tell you guys the ridiculous, the absolutely ridiculous fruit roll-up story. Hi, Jude. Hi, Lori. How are you? So this is what I'm going to work on. So if you guys, and I'm going to cut out and make a pocket. So what I've done to this book, just so, because I know somebody's going to say, well, I didn't see you prepare it. Okay, all I did is I took some Mod Podge, and I'm not gluing it all the way down to the back yet, but I took some Mod Podge, and I may not glue all of it. I mean, it may not cut all of it open. I don't know. But I just, or you could take any white glue, and I just ran it along the sides of the pages and let it dry. And then I took a ruler and I cut out and measured, because I'm going to end up covering the top one. And I'll just show you how you continue to keep cutting it out. You can barely, I don't know if you can see it. It's cut out a little. It is labor intensive. This is not a fast process. Oh no, you have a migraine? Oh no, Kat. I'm so sorry. Feel better, Kat. Hi, Nana's Cooking Corner. Hi, Diana. So, I'll tell you. So, if you guys want to make along, I know, who was it that asked? Was it Cheryl? Was it you that asked? Who asked about this? Somebody asked about making that. So, this is how I made this one, you guys. And it's also how I made this one too. The only difference is I took this book block out and I covered the back and then added this stuff, and which you don't have to, but this one was going to be like a accordion file secret pocketbook. Hi, Anne. Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Jacqueline. I think she's new. And if you're new to our stream, all you lurkers out there say hey. All you lurkers out there say, today was a great stream day. Barb was on, Michelle Scott was on, she and Abby were on, and it was really fun. I got to chat with them a little bit. Hi, Care. But most of the, anyway, I'll tell you about my fruit roll-up story, and then I will, then I'll tell you about today. So the daughter says, and I bet you all of you guys can relate to this. How many of you guys do the majority of the shopping in your home? Kara was live, but she was live at the really early, too early for me in the morning. Hi, New York Freestyle. Hi, Lee. So how many of you do the majority of the shopping in your home? Okay, well, I do. And how many of you do like the majority of the present buying in your home? Like if your kids are going to birthday parties and that sort of thing too. You're always a lurker. Well, we're happy you're here, Suze. You can lurk as much. Anybody, you can lurk. We love it. But I just want you guys to feel comfortable to say hi. I don't know how many live streams I've gone in where I want to talk, but it just seems like everybody knows each other and I don't. I don't ever want you guys to feel like that here. So I do most of the shopping, and I definitely do all the present buying in my house. So I'm sending him, he's decided he is going to take the little one to school. So I just want to say this to you. Take your time when you do it. The corners are really funky. They get, if you're a perfectionist, you really want to take some time. But the corners can be really funky. Somebody told me they hammered nails in the corners of theirs and did it. Guys, I'm not that married to it. I mean, I guess if I was selling it as a product, I would, but this is just for me. How many times do I shop a week? It just depends. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like when I go to Joyce's, you know, like sometimes I have him pick stuff up. You don't know anyone. I love you, Hottie Po. How would I do anything without you? Hi, Teresa. Well, welcome, Crafts by Teresa. We're happy you're here. So I was telling him, I was trying to explain to him, I said, you know, so he drops her off at school. This is the last day of school. He drops her off at school. And we live on the other side of the island from where she goes to school, or where she did go to school. So, you know, I said it was too early in the morning to shop on this side, or I would have gone to do it, but nothing was open at 6 in the morning. So I said to him, buy her fruit roll-ups, because that's what she deduced that she wanted to take. She said, Mom, if I brought, you know, and I tried to tell him there's 26 kids in the class. So I was telling him, I said, buy enough for everybody to have 2, right? What about 38% tax? What are you guys talking about? Yes, welcome to the new gals, right, Georgia? We're welcoming everybody. So I was trying to explain to him, I go, just get enough for everybody to have 2. And I said, but don't be so exact, because on the very last day of school, sometimes the teachers bring their children. So I said, you know, just get a couple extra. So he gets to the store. Okay, you guys ready? Ready for this? He gets to the store, and of course, everything comes what? It comes like in packs of 24 or in packs of 48 or in packs of like 8 or something. And you guys, things, I live in the Hawaiian Islands for those of you that don't know. Oh, you guys hang on. FedEx is here for me. You have to hang on. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hang on. Hello. I'm good. Can you just leave it in the garage and I'll sign for it? Thank you. I'm sorry. Charlie, stop. Sorry. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stop it, Charlie. Stop. Oh my gosh. This always happens to me and I apologize. It was a FedEx had to sign for thing. So I'm telling, so he goes to the store, back to the fruit roll store. Now, mind you guys, it's only 7 in the morning, okay? So he goes, Aloha Friday, Cherie. So he goes to the store and then he texts me. He's like, there's only, they only come in 24 or 48. So I said, well, I said, you're going to have to buy 2 boxes. You guys, that frustrated him to no end. We ended up having this ridiculous conversation because I was trying to explain to him, because he was like, well, why can't I just buy 1 box of 48? And I said, because I was trying to explain to him that when it's like a party like that for kids, there are some people that are going to take more than 1, right? And then what happens to the one that doesn't get 1? It'll be somebody like our daughter who's like very, you know, she's very respectful and very... So I was having this whole conversation with him about, I said, well, buy 2. I said, you have a choice. I said, you can buy 2 boxes of 48, or you can buy 1 box of 48 and 1 box of 24. He was out of his mind, guys. He was trying so hard to figure out how to just buy. And he's like, why do they do that? And I said, it's ridiculous. You guys, we were arguing over fruit roll-ups. It was so hilarious. It was just ridiculous, actually. And I was like having this whole conversation. And then I realized, like, me trying to explain to him about the demeanor of children in a classroom setting on the last day of school, especially if it's one where they don't get any candy or anything like that. You know? Hi, Sandra. So it was ridiculous, you guys. It was like, it brought up this whole conversation of like me trying to explain to him about, and then he got really hilarious and he goes, well, maybe I should buy 3 boxes because, you know, if the teachers bring their children. And I said, well, maybe that'd be a good idea. Oh, you guys, it was hilarious. He was like, that's ridiculous. And it was so funny. And all over like $7 fruit roll-ups, which he doesn't normally get into any of that. He doesn't normally care about any of that. But it was just funny. I was just saying, I said, see, which also brings us to the birthday party. I know, right? Crazy hottie, right? But it was so silly, Barb, because I'm like telling him, I'm like, but of course, let's preface it by, he had done field day, or fun day the day before for, I don't know how many hours. We were there from like, we had to be there at 7 a.m. We didn't leave until 3. So we were like burned out to the max. And he had been in the water, and he did have water slide duty the whole time. So he was in the hot sun. He was crank. He was totally crank. Hottie Post says she's going to go live June 31st. You're so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. It was so ridiculous, right? It was like so silly. But you guys know what I mean. Like those of you that are moms or have like dealt with a lot of kids, you just want to make sure, like, especially since it's like, let's just face it, nobody's going to take like too many carrot sticks. But, you know, and he was just going off and complaining about like, and yesterday there were so many kids cutting in line and Hi Joni, I'm actually making a altered book. So I'm just going to I'm hollowing out the center and then I may make some of the accordion bits in the back. Because who is it that asked me? Somebody asked me to do this. So this is what I've learned. And you guys can pipe in and tell me what you've learned when you've made these. One year, I made hollowed out books for everyone, like book safes. That was ridiculous. I found some really cool books, like whatever their hobby was or whatever they liked. And those I did really perfect. And I lined them with velvet and all that. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, you're going to model her doily? You're ridiculous. Yes, fruit roll-ups. It was so ridiculous, you guys. But then she takes me to the birthday party present. Okay. There's an age where kids, and you pipe in, you guys. There's an age where kids, like, they sort of know, like, what's cool and what's not cool. As far as presents go. And the last thing you want to do is be the one with the uncool presents, right? And so that was a whole nother thing. I was explaining to him one day when I was at work about he was taking her to buy a present. And you have to realize our youngest daughter's 11. And I was explaining to him that, oh, we're happy you're here, Crafty. I know, right? Hottie's going to be wearing Joyce's doily. Did you see the doily Joyce made for her and Bet? Their new house, their dining table? It's gorgeous. For those of you that don't know, Joyce is a master crocheter. And I am going to make an eyeball journal with the crocheted eye that Joyce made me, but I might do that during the summer. So like, you know, when you don't, you know you're the parent with your kid knows the difference between a cool present and a not cool present, right? Because I don't judge it. She's our last child, and you know, and we have 5 children. We're a blended family, but we have 5 children. So trust me, I've been there and bought many birthday presents. So I just go with whatever it is she wants. Well, he doesn't. Yes, you are, Joyce. You're a master crocheter. You totally are. So he is arguing with her. I don't know what they're buying. Oh, I know. This is what she wanted to buy her friends. Now you realize she's in the 5th grade. Somebody needs to do a live on tatting. Guys, my grandmother used to tat. It's not so easy. So she wanted to buy her friend. Because it's, you know, end of the school year and everybody's going to birthday parties. She wanted to buy her friend, because slime is so popular. She wanted to buy her friend 2 bottles of clear glue, some borax or contact solution and some containers and some like beads and stuff to put in the slime. And then she wanted to give her friend some sunflower seeds, a bag of sunflower seeds. And he was just like, I don't know what he thought the present was going to be, but he was trying to coerce her. He was trying to coerce her into getting like a game or something. And she was like really upset. And he was like, don't you want to get like Uno? Don't you? And she was like, no, I want to get 2 bottles of clear glue. Aloha Friday, Kayala. Tatting is fun once you get it. Yeah, you are tatting. I saw you made some really cool things. All right, what are you guys talking about? I'm missing the whole thing. What's funny? You're so funny. So he and she were like having this whole conversation about like, because he didn't quite understand that 2 bottles of glue and some sunflower seeds were going to be it. Here, so she's about to post some tatting patterns on her Etsy shop. So how many of you guys have had those issues with your partner, your spouse, your person? You're like trying to explain to them that it's all good. You guys are back to talking about pasties. I'm not even going there, you guys. Okay, see what I mean by the corners? So if you take your time and you don't like, and you're not in a hurry, then I'm going to have to go back and cut these out. Do you see? What were you watching video? You're watching videos of what? I'm sorry about the FedEx thing. I've been waiting all day for this FedEx package, and they said it was going to be delivered by noon, and of course I knew it would happen when I was streaming. What are you guys talking about? I'm missing the whole thing. So how many of you guys went over and joined Michelle? Your relationship is perfect, Trish. You don't have any arguments over. You guys, we don't really argue about anything, but it was just hilarious. The fruit roll-up thing was hilarious. I pointed it out to him today. I was like, or day yesterday. I was like, that was pretty ridiculous, the whole fruit roll-up fiasco. Hey, Vicky. Kara says, my husband and I never argue over real stuff. We always agree on the real stuff. We bicker over silly things like buying 2 kinds of bagels or the wrong size of Ziplocs. Yeah. Hi, Norma. That's about the same thing with the fruit roll-ups. Lynn said they were talking about tatting, not titting. You're ridiculous. You guys are so ridiculous. So, rarely because he has no kids. No, it was just funny. You guys, you know, I mean, it was just funny. It was just funny just going through the whole thing with him and just, and at one point I'm like, I was like, what? Why are we even talking about this? Hi, Carla. I was like, who cares? I said, it's freaking fruit roll-ups. How many of you guys saw, Care was on at 5 a.m. I did not get up, Care. I'm sorry. Today was my first day to sleep in, and I was grateful. Okay? So you guys see this is not a fast process. And you can work it where you take your pages out perfect, but honestly, after you've made enough of these, you're going to have so many book blocks, you don't never believe what you're told by FedEx or Amazon. Okay, so the FedEx thing is ridiculous too. Okay, so my sister, so I get this message the other day from FedEx, or from this company saying that my case of wine has shipped. And I was like, I have not ordered myself a case of wine. And I was like thinking, oh no. And it said it was from, so my sister, she likes to drink this wine from a company. I can't even tell you the name of it. I haven't tried it yet, so I'll have to tell you after I try it. But it's like a wine that's like with no tannins and no preservative type, you know, no chemicals in it. So she ordered me a case of wine and didn't tell me. And then all of a sudden I get this notification that, and I call her up and I said, I think you sent, because she has like a wine club or something. And so I said, I think you sent one of your customers' orders to me by mistake. I said, I did not order a case of wine. So she goes, no, I ordered it for you. And so it says FedEx sent me this notification today that said somebody 21 years or older must be here. Now, of course, he came out. He didn't card me. Don't you like her clusters? I do too, Georgia. They're awesome. I saw Michelle for a little bit, but I had to take the babe is going to a birthday party this afternoon, so I took her to buy a gift. because I was not going to ask him to take her to buy a gift. So we went and this is what we bought for the gift, okay? And I just went with it. I said, where do you want to go? She wanted to go to this little store close to us. We have like 2 drugstores not too far from us. Because she had seen that they had, kids are into these squishies. You know, they're like little squishy animals, or I think they might be Japanese or something. Anyway, but one of the birthday parties she went to, I had ordered a box of them for her, and she gave a couple to one of the people she went to the birthday party with. So this little birthday party, the girl said, I want one of those squishies. Well, they didn't tell us about the birthday party till the day before yesterday. Are you asking me, Trish? Yes, I did. I do. I did. I knew the FedEx guy was coming, so I did. I did. I'm prepared. So I took her. So we went to the drugstore, and she got a light up cup. So like you push the bottom, it has like a silly straw in it. You push the bottom, and the whole cup lights up. She got a light up cup. She bought 3 kinds of lollipops. There were like huge lollipops. She bought a bag of sunflower seeds. She bought a squishy. Now that was at one drugstore. Then we went to another drugstore. She bought a squishy and a pig, stuffed pig, and something else, some other little thing. A bunch of just crap. But she was so happy. That's all that mattered. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks, Lynn. Hi, Dawn. You're hiding on YouTube from your son and your cat. You're so funny, Sue. Yes, I was prepared. I knew he was coming, so I was dressed. Plus, I had already been out for the day, so. And it's not so early in the morning here. I'm going to have to go back and watch it, Care. Susan just wants you to all give me a thumbs up if you've retired your bra for the evening. Hi, Amber. All right. So that's basically how you do this. You guys get the idea. Now, if I decide I want to go back, depending upon what you want to put in this book, because like, look at this one. This one's kind of, this one is, I don't know, maybe I don't know how much of it I held out. This one's pretty deep. You can fit a lot of stuff in it. What I did was when I decided how deep I was going to make it, or I didn't glue it all the way down. I left some of the pages open in the back like I did with the other one. And then I found a piece of this encyclopedia that was a map, and I put it in the bottom. I mean, it could have been a little bit deeper, but it's okay that I didn't do the whole thing all the way down. Oh, Georgia, you're so sweet. So this was, I don't know how deep I'm going to make that one, but I'm thinking I might put some pockets in it too. But this one's got all kinds of stuff in it. I made this one mostly in Michelle Scott's stream for her birthday. Now Michelle was on today, and I was there for the early part. I wasn't there for the whole day because, as I said, we had to go buy the birthday present, and you guys, quite frankly, I'm still burned out from whatever the day that we had the art day, or the from the Sunday. Oh, you guys, that one was too much. So see, the back is not totally glued together. So this one I could go back and I could make those accordion pockets if I wanted. And the other thing is if you want to put a tie in it, you would want to make sure you didn't glue it all the way down in case you wanted to add tie to the back. Kathy, how are you? So how many more days till you guys are totally out of school? For those of you that have kids in school. So that's this one. I could continue cutting it out, or I could work on that one. For in my cleaning, I found this. You guys, how many of you guys have a million in process things? I do. I have a million in process things. First of all, this ribbon came from a package my daughter gave me at Christmas time from Lush, and I thought, this is so crazy color. I love it. Tuesday's your last day, Malia. Oh, are you happy or not happy? I'm thrilled. I'm over the whole. I think school is wonderful and everything, but I'm over it. I just need a break. So in going through my stuff, I found this. This was the journal that I had put together as a stash to make a journal. As Cheryl says, when you're retired, no bra required. You're crazy. 2 whole months. Why are you crying? You don't want the summer, or you like the summer? So this is one that I had compiled a bunch of stuff together, or just stuck it inside of a book cover that I had taken apart. So I think I'm going to work on this in a little bit. Private school's out until August. Well, it's all good, you guys. It's like, so this was, I got a whole selection of these Miss Spiders, and I love the book pages of them because they're brightly colored. Then I took out the center spine because it's not going to be a huge junk journal. It'll only be probably a 1 signature junk journal. And I did it, and then I covered it in Tyvek. And you guys, this one had seen better days. I could probably put some fabric over the back of it too. Oh, wow, Emily, congratulations. That's awesome. Oh, Kathy, I've rearranged. I have been doing, my calamari has gotten so serious. It has gotten super, super serious. So, so I was thinking that this might be the perfect tie, don't you think, to tie this junk journal, this crazy neon? I have that, and then I also have this. I don't know if I have a needle and thread by, because I'll need one for that. But this, I also have this unicorn. Hey, Tammy. This unicorn elastic. This is like hair elastic. I don't know if you can see it. This one's got like little unicorns. It is awesome. You were almost retired and then the baby came your way. I think that's the truth for all of us. So either I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to use this. If I'm going to use this, I could either sew it on the front. I could either sew it, or I could grommet it on the back like this. You know, grommet 2 pieces on the back so that it goes around the front. The yellow ribbon, that's what I thought too. You guys, somewhere in my stash, which I haven't found it yet, and you guys, my garage is getting better. It is definitely getting better. My neighbor asked me when I'm moving. You guys, I'm not going anywhere. It was just my craft room that was in the garage. Malia said she was almost free and then she had kids. You like the neon? Okay, I'll use a neon. So I'm going to make a little junk journal. You guys, I've been going through my stuff. Guys, it's embarrassing how much stuff I have. It's really embarrassing how much stuff I have. How many of the rest of you are in the same boat with me? And he says if she drinks too much, she usually grommets. Hi, Cynthia. I'm sorry if I didn't say. If I haven't said hi to you guys, chat me in all caps, please. You're ridiculous, Suze. Totally ridiculous. Anyway, so you guys, I should be in real trouble. Going through all my stuff, it has made me realize how much stuff I have and how much I don't need. You guys, when your neighbors come over and ask you, when are you moving? And all you are doing is cleaning your craft room. I mean, it was just the stuff that I had moved in and out of my house so many times from my craft room moving. Which that brings me to another topic. You guys, when your kids move out, don't let them move back in. Okay? It's taken me this long to come to that. When I was cleaning out the garage, I was like, why am I doing this? And Hottie's like, because your kids keep moving in and out of our house. I said, true, true, true. His sons don't. His sons are, one of them was like into his real life. He didn't want to go to school. He didn't want to do any, he went to art school. And then he kind of, anyway. So he's working, and the other one is almost out of college. And he just comes for like a couple of weeks. Right? No kidding. You feel like you have a revolving door. Kathy, it has been the bane of my existence. I started to cry yesterday, a couple days ago when I was in the garage, and I was like going through, and I realized that I had, because I moved my stuff in and out, and it was like, I moved it in such a process that my kids were, I don't know what they were doing when I did it, but guys, once they go, set them free. Once they go, set them free. You're in the same boat, Norma? You only moved yours back in for 3 months? And next Friday, everybody has to bring a drink, and every same time I say the word ridiculous, you have to drink. Glitz says, I'm not letting my 22-year-old back home. My door ain't, Kara says her door isn't revolving, it's exit only. Does it have to be a legible comment? Oh, you're so funny. No, I'm just, you guys, it's been ridiculous for me. I have cleaned out my stuff so many times, and I'm over it. All right, I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm going to find some fabric or something to go on the inside of this book, and then I'm going to start working on it. Okay, Sunday, Hottie Post says, Sunday, June 3rd, Tim Holtz 90% off at Tuesday morning. That's an enable alert. I'm glad there's no Tuesday morning near me. I saw that, Cheryl. Did you how many of you guys saw that thing on the news where the parents had to sue their son to leave? How many of you guys saw that? That was, you guys, that's bad. My kids aren't that bad. It's just, you guys, where we live is so expensive. It's really, really, really expensive. There's just no way that, and we have a shortage of places to live. So there's just no way that they can. One of my kids is in China. I would love it if she came home for a couple of weeks, but she told me she thinks that her sweet husband, she thinks that they're moving to Greece. So she's waiting on that. So moving from China to Greece. I've been to China. How many of you guys have been to China? The air quality is so bad there for me. It was hard for me to breathe. You had to change the locks. No more moving home. You have a Tuesday morning there, Sue? Are you going to go? Do they give you a rain check at Tuesday morning when they're out of something? Like, not that they're going to get the same thing in, because I realize that they do buyouts, but do they give you a rain check? So, like, if you go and your Tuesday morning doesn't have any Tim Holtz, they'll give you a rain check for the next time they do? Does it work like that? Not that discount stores do, but your daughter's 16 and you already have a craft room planned? Oh, anyway, we're just gonna just go with the flow with our kids, you know? I mean, I love having my kids home, but it's just, you guys, also I realized, like, I left home when I was really young. I left home when I was 17, and I didn't move back home. I mean, I would go back home and visit, but I didn't move back home. Yeah, the air quality was bad when I was in China too, Kara. I don't know how my daughter lives there, But she really enjoys it. She enjoys all of it. She lives in Shanghai, though. So the last time I talked to her, which was like last week, her hubby is up for a job in either Greece or I think Macau. And I said, well, I think you guys should go to Greece if you want to give Asia a break. So, no. So for me, it was like the air quality was so bad I could hardly breathe. Lynn, I give myself a timeout. I used to give myself a timeout. I would tell the kids, I said, I'm having a timeout. You can't talk to me. And they would be like, Mom's having a timeout. Oh my God, what did she do? You know? No, I love my kids. I love them, but moving your stuff in and out, especially when you have like what looks like to be to others absolute junk, you know, to me, it's treasures. It's difficult. Not Lynn says not all Tuesday mornings have the same product, do they? Or do they give rain checks? Ah, it's just close out. What you see is what's there. Well, you could always ask. I had somebody, remember they were doing some sort of big shot on sale at Tuesday morning not that long ago? Well, one of you guys got, I think somebody got a rain check for one. So I was talking to him about it and he said, no, I got a rain check. I said, seriously? And I said, I didn't know they gave rain checks. So I thought that was kind of cool. All right, let me find a paper to go in here. Usually I don't glue the ribbon all the way around, but this book is like a little fragile. So I think it would be better than me putting it on the ends and then people pulling it like that. Your son signed up for the Marines? Wow. You're already crying? I'd be crying too, Emily. That would be a different situation. My kids are not doing any of that. Well, my oldest one did go get married. My oldest one did get married. She decided she'd been with the same person since she was 13 and she was 24, I guess, and she just called me and she said, Mom, I think we're going to elope. And I said, okay. Tried to talk her into buying a dress. She wouldn't buy a dress. Then when she went to elope, she was like, why didn't I buy a dress? I'm like, you know what? I give up. I give up. I can't even get into it. You know? So I just said, well, it'll be fine. You'll look back and enjoy it. And of course, they both said, oh, we're going to have some big wedding later. And I was like, yeah, you never will. It's like thinking you're going to go on a honeymoon later. That doesn't happen either. Or maybe it does for some of you, but, you know. I found this really cool Goods World Atlas. I'm going to cut a piece. I'm going to cut one of the pages out for the inside. I love it. It's super old. The pages feel really nice. You know what's kind of cool about when you find old books like this, or for me, is that, you know, they weren't going to keep it. It was being discarded. So I was like super like, score, yay. No, you know what? I totally get it. Having your kids move back home when they need a place, I totally get it. But mine keep moving in and out. You know, mine keep going like, it was really only in regards to my craft room, you guys. And of course, I want my kids more than a craft room. Where are you going to be in July? Maybe more than one page. We will see. I don't think I have another tie. If I have another tie back envelope, I would glue another piece down, but I don't think I have one close by. Where are you going to be, Lynn? I'm going to cut this up. Kathy says she didn't mind when her kids were younger and they came home once a year. You're over 40, you need to be on your own and stop using mom and dad. I understand that. My kids are not 20. My kids are not 40. Your kids are your baby saying, you know, go back to your dorm. Oh, that's hilarious. Wow, Emily, I know that would be hard for me too. That would be super hard. I don't know if I could do it. Let me see if I do have an envelope because this is kind of pokey up. Let me see if I have. No, I have no mailing envelope somewhere here. In my mess. I have one right here. I saved one right here. How many kids do you have, Kara? Are they all yours? Did you birth them all, or did some of them come with your blended family? Did you birth them all? Oh no, Trish. Seriously? Well, he must have needed to, right? You birthed 4 of them, the youngest 4? Whew. So what's on your crafty wish list for the summer, you guys? Does anybody have anything that's on their crafty wish list for the summer? Like things that you've been putting off doing? My wish list is certainly long. Oh, Lynn, my youngest one, the one that's 11, she used to be an escape artist when she was little, and it was horrible. You know, it was not good. She could get out. She could unlock doors. She was like a Houdini. She was seriously a Houdini. She was a crazy Houdini. She used to keep all of us, like, out of our minds. Hey, Laura. Wish list everything? Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, there's so many things that I've had on my list that I wanted to work on that I haven't. I'm almost, well, I don't want to say I'm almost done because, you guys, I have to get it down to where I can fit it in a really small space. And so I have really seriously purged. I could probably purge. I could do a lot more purging. And so I'm working on that. And then once I completely get my purge down, I'm going to Hottie got me some shelves. My Hottie got me some shelves, but they're not, guys, they're not big enough. Like, seriously. Let me see, how much of those do I need? They're not big enough, so I don't know. So either I have to, like, really purge and let go. Hi, Mary Kay. You have another grandbaby on the way? Oh, congratulations, Care. I told you guys a story. My kids told me I had my own grandchild when I had my youngest daughter. So I don't think either one of them, I think the only hope I have for a grandchild is one of Hottie's kids. At least right now. She's due in December. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Georgia, I'm serious. First off, thank you for those envelopes. Those like greeny blue scalloped envelopes. I love. Thank you for those. I have been using them. I miss half of the stuff they say too, Crafty Mommy. You just, you know, sometimes it goes really fast and sometimes it's slower. You just kind of have to go with it. Well, what I do sometimes is just try to follow one theme because sometimes it'll be about 10 different conversations going on at once. It is big. Congratulations. Hi, Dania. How are you? Oh, you guys. So I'm definitely doing some major purge. So how many of you guys were over at for Barb's live stream? How many of you guys saw her Mandala Madness, her deck of cards? Now that is one thing I am going to get myself when they come out. I think she said they're coming out in June. I might be wrong, because I don't always get all the dates right, but I thought she said June. I am going to do that. I am. So you guys go on over to Barbo and How to Get Creative and check out today's stream. She showed a lot of the things, and she showed it before. Good night, BZ. Love you. Are you going to bed early? Are you leaving us, Angela? So you don't have to use this, and you guys get them from, I get mine from a friend who works for a law firm. Hello, Michelle Scott. Hello, ladies. They're going to be available this month. Oh, good, Barb. Because I'm going to get mine. So you guys go over and check it out and support her. You guys, it's really good that we support each other. You know? Michelle, I loved your stream. I couldn't stay for the whole thing, but I loved it. I loved it. Hey, Charlene. You guys give me a thumbs up, please. I appreciate it. So I'm going to glue my insides. So I have a friend that works for a law firm, and they send out mass quantities of FedEx and Express Mail envelopes. And so this one had a sticker on the other side of it with an address on it that she cut off. So she sent me part. I asked her to save me as much of it as she can. Hi, Ab. I loved hanging out with you guys today. I'm sorry I couldn't stay the whole day. The whole time I had to help my littlest one. She was going to a birthday party, so we had to like get ourselves ready for the birthday party. It was a sleepover swimming extravaganza. So I had to leave partially way through. So for a while there, I was having you and Barb on at the same time. And I was here. Hadi came home. He's like, who are you talking to? Because it was so, he heard Abby and Michelle chatting, and then he heard Barb talking. So he was like, who are you talking to? He was like, and because he was here the day of your birthday stream, Michelle, he was here for a little bit of it. At least he was here for the morning part of it. He was like, is that Michelle? I said, it is Michelle. It was so funny. I said, yes, it's Michelle and Abby. And then he was like, is that Barb? You guys, he knows you guys. Isn't that so sweet? He knows you guys. Because I have you, like, he'll come home and I'll have you guys on, like, while I'm crafting. I'll have you guys on, and maybe it's just a video, or maybe sometimes I'm lucky enough to get you live if I'm... You guys, the time difference for me sometimes sucks. I miss some of the best things because it's... Michelle, it took me a few days to recover from your stream. I have to tell you, your birthday extravaganza, which I loved, by the way. But it took me a while to catch up. I know you guys were there for 5 hours. I came back in and out, but I thought it was awesome. Abby, you sound like you're feeling so much better, girl. You had me so worried. I was so worried for you. On the day of Michelle's on her birthday, I was worried for you, Abs. I'm so glad you sound... First of all, you looked fabulous, and you sound like you feel so much better. You guys, you know, when you live with a chronic pain disease, I think many people don't realize that chronic pain is just all the time. You know, it's like, unless you've ever had it, you don't know. I mean, I don't have the kind of pain that you do, Abby, but I've definitely lived with some chronic conditions, and it's not easy. You weren't right until like Thursday, Michelle. I was so worn out. You would have thought I partied really hard. And I guess I did. I crafted for 12 hours, but it was still super awesome. I think we should all go on the Tim Holtz cruise. Okay, how many of you guys are up for going on the Tim Holtz cruise? I think we should all save our pennies and go for them. You had a pretty bad flare last year for 5 weeks. Oh, Ab, I could feel your pain. I'm so glad you're better. You look so much better. And if I lived close enough to you, girl, I'd come help you do your moving, because I freaking hate moving. I cannot. I mean, I guess I like the new destination part, but I just don't like the packing part. I don't like the packing. Because did any of you guys get into like a packing, like a frenzy, like where you're just like out of your mind? Like you're just like stressed out over it. You have daily knee pain and it's not chronic. Oh, it's rough. It's truly turning the world upside down. Oh, abs. I'm so sorry. I know about chronic pain. You guys, when I threw my shoulder out, you guys, my shoulder still hurts. It's still not totally 100%. I try not to talk about it because I kind of live in denial and want to pretend that I'm totally 100%. But it's a lot better. That chaga tea, man, it worked on me. I can't tell you if it will work on you guys, but it's better than getting a rotator cuff. They were like telling me I needed surgery. I was like, I don't think so. So I was desperate. So thanks to Miss Phaedra, another one of our YouTube friends, who first of all sent me some. She sent me some of my birthday mail. But you guys, it had been hurting me since November. So you figure she sent it to me in February, right? But I had been in that pain every single day since November. I don't blame you, Abs. I wouldn't want to do it again. It sucks. I mean, that's why when we've been talking about, you guys, we have seriously been having this convo about where we want to buy a house or where we want to stay. And I should have bought one when we moved here a long time ago, and I didn't. And housing prices are ridiculous here, but rental prices are even worse. And so we have been discussing like where we want to go, if we're staying, if we're going. And my hottie is doing so well right now, like work-wise and things-wise. And the little one, she just, you know how like there's some places where people just really thrive? Like the energy of that place really suits them. Well, this is that for her. So we've been really seriously discussing like where we're going to go and what we're going to do. And so I don't know if we haven't totally done it. We haven't totally come to an absolute yet, but it's close. And so I said to him, well, but at least if I'm really seriously like going through all my stuff and purging, when we finally do like really let go or really decide to move, we'll have so much less to move. You guys, I moved here with nothing. I moved here with like 6 suitcases. Ridiculous truck. I know, right? I need to pick a new word because I can't help it. It's my favorite word. It's my favorite word because I think it can describe so many things. Here, I'm on a mission to clear out everything but my craft room. Ooh, you go, Trish. Being back home with your grandbaby is definitely a major motivator. It would be a definite motivator for me. It would totally be a motivator for me. If I had a grandchild, are you kidding? I would totally. It would be a major motivator for me. Okay, I can just hear some of you now saying, like, well, why, if you're going to cover this up, which I don't have to cover it up, I could leave it like that. I need to trim it, though. I could leave it. You're saying, why would I, if I'm going to add another piece of paper on top? Because this book was falling apart, and that, first of all, the one thing you need to know about those envelopes, those Tyvek envelopes, and also you can buy it as tape. You can also buy it as big, huge rolls. Builders use it. Sometimes I have a friend that's a builder, and occasionally he'll give me some big pieces where he's wrapped a house in it. It doesn't break down. You guys, it does not break down. So it's like a forever landfill thing. I don't know exactly what they do with it. So my friend, the legal person, the legal secretary, the one that saved me all of them from her law office, and it's a real estate law firm, so they do a lot of, mailing and contract stuff like that. That's how I get a lot of it. You're dying what? Michelle the crafting cobbler. Some of Michelle's favorite words are Michelle the crafting cobbler. Strength is your favorite word? Oh, Michelle, I saw Care did a video of the tome she bought. Which one did you buy? What was the name of it, Care? It was beautiful, Michelle. I loved it. I loved it. Scotty says dork means whale sperm. What? Does it really? Scotty would know because she was. You were a science teacher yet? No, English teacher, Scotty, right? English or science? Why do I think science? Because I think you're always like talking about forensic stuff. So the reason I'm covering it is because the book was falling apart. And if you want to get any use out of it at all, if you want to, you know, open it a bunch of times, it's gonna. And I could have cut this completely even before I glued it down, but I didn't. You're doing some work, Barb. Yeah, tomorrow's Barb's. Tomorrow's your VIP class, yeah, Barb? Well, someday you want to make one? Oh, go for it. Make one. Whale sperm. You guys are ridiculous. I care says so all day. Oh, no. Dork is whale slang. It's slang for whale penis. Okay? Wrong. Scotty's, oh my gosh. Scotty, we love you. Oh my gosh. So, I know, right? Chug. Okay, so now I can put my map page down. Well, now I've got that part of it done. Guys, the kid's not even home. Oh, the sad thing is, I don't know, maybe there are some kids that stop playing. Somebody walking, because that's my neighbor's dogs. But today was so sad. So this morning, my phone rang at like 6:45. I'm like, are you kidding? It was so early. I just want to go back to bed. The little boy that comes and serenades my sweet girl. He was like calling to tell her goodbye because he was going to, you guys, he was going to Florida to go to Disney World. And she leaves on Monday. No, yeah, Monday night she leaves to go and visit her dad on the mainland. And so he's not going to see her for a whole month. So he was calling her because he loves her so much. You guys, that's a little boy that sings at my door. Every time I say the word, you're ridiculous. Okay. Now I'm going to see. I'm going to put this map. I don't know what. I think I might have used all the pages from that book. If I had them, I would glue one in, but I think I used them all. Maybe I like this side better. You're so funny. Hey, Stace! You've been listening as you clean? I hung out with you long time last night. I just couldn't chat. I was in the middle of doing I was working on it. I'm making a junk journal for one of my daughter's friends. And it has all these baby pictures. And so I had them all laid out everywhere in it. All over I was actually making it on my bed. And I was listening to you. And it was awesome. You had lots of really cool people there last night. I enjoyed it. But I couldn't, because I haven't gotten it down. Somebody told me there's a way, and maybe one of you guys know, that you can do a voice recognition chat. Does anybody know that? I love to lurk in your stream, but sometimes the conversation, I can't follow it because, you know, it's like here. Hi, Painting with James. You haven't been here for a while. Well, we're happy you're here. We're not talking about anything dirty, James, so you came at a good time. James always inevitably comes when we're talking about something risque. Right, James? Right, James, you come when we're talking about something risque? You do that because you too, because you have something to do. Well, there's sometimes I want to comment, especially when I hear you like say something, but then by the time I sit down to go back and comment on the chat, you guys have already gone to something else. You know, it's like you've already moved on. So my chat makes no sense. James always comes when we're talking about something dirty. Sean, oh, that's Sean too. Yeah. You guys send Sean some love. He lost his brother, and I'm sure he's in grief. You know, I'm sure he is grieving. And that is horrible. You guys know how horrible it is when you lose someone you love. It's just so horrible. And the fact that he came and shared it with all of us, you know. So you guys, I seriously did. I'm going to take a picture of my garage and show you. I should have taken a picture of the before. Oh my gosh, you guys. It was so bad. Boxes everywhere. Now I still have boxes, but not everywhere. And they're lined up kind of in one area instead of everywhere. Hey, Sherry. Oh, Sherry, don't be on me. I only craft the trash. Yeah, Sean, are you here, Sean? Sean, we could talk about something dirty and Sean would come. Sean would be there. Sean would come. Sean would be here in like a heartbeat. Yes, I love, Stacey, you've been going to the creative reuse. I love that. I love that. If you don't work, you can't craft. I'm there with you, Mary Kay. I agree. Mary Kay, did you go for that other job interview? Did you do that? Did you do the... You only talk when you recognize people? Hey, you gotta jump in sometimes. Is Sean here? Is he really here? Sean, are you here? I don't think he's here, Lynn. He could be. You didn't get an interview yet? Okay. No, Sean. We're all saying hi to Sean. That's okay. If Sean comes by, he'll say hi. He'll know that we love him and that we're thinking about him. Sean lives in Ireland. He taught us a bunch of new Irish words one night. Trisha's saying she thinks there's a creative reuse in Orlando, and they have some cool thrift stores. She got a brand new Sizzix Shadow Box Alpha today for $10. Awesome! Dania, Dania, is your husband home? How was his fishing trip? How was his fishing trip? Did he call you from his fishing trip? Oh, you're so sweet, Lynn. Hey, Julia. How are you? Stace says she wouldn't have made it through she wouldn't have made it through the year this year without creative reuse. You know, I completely understand. I completely understand, Miss Stace. I totally get it. You know, I think it's like the more conscious we become as crafters, the more we really can enjoy what we make. Because, you know, to think that you have to run out and buy the newest thing every single time, it can be overwhelming. At least it can for me. Maybe you guys aren't like that, but sometimes I see something and I weigh the pros and cons. Now, if I lived near Tuesday morning, I probably would have way more stuff than I have now, which is probably a blessing that I don't live near Tuesday morning. Right? You got some fatty patties on sale? What? What's fatty patties? I don't know what that is. Stacy's saying when you're broke, you can still go craft for stuff for $10. Oh, I hear you. Dania said he had fun. He caught a bunch of fish, and yes, he called, but he came home today instead of Saturday. Oh, no. Well, you did have a few minutes to yourself. You did have a little bit of time to yourself. You guys, today is the first day that I actually have my whole house to myself for the whole, my hottie's working until, I don't know, like, he'll be home probably around 11 from work, and the babe is at a birthday party. So we're like, wow, I have like time to myself, which I don't normally do. So it's a good thing. It's good. I usually don't get the whole, let's see if I can find a credit card. Guys, this is the problem when you clean off your desk. And this poor paintbrush has seen better days, but I don't want to let it go. The bristles are just, I don't know. I don't even know where I got it from, but it doesn't really work. I had some peace and quiet in my house. I know, right? Unless my neighbors decide to come in. Read that again. What? I'm not going to read that again. I know you said fatty patties. I was like, I don't even know what fatty patties are. It's 18 days to your birthday, Mary Kay? Awesome. What are you going to do? What are you doing? You guys, see, this is what happens when you read a chat when you're trying to glue down pages in a book. You say all kinds of stuff. You say all kinds of stuff that you, like, whatever. You guys, what? Thanks for hanging out with me, even though I'm embarrassing you and myself. That's why I was like, I don't know what a fatty patty is. You had a ball by yourself, didn't you? I totally love it. I have to stay away from it. I don't even live near a Tuesday morning, so. Well, that's nice that he drives you to Tuesday morning. So you guys, the last time I went to Tuesday morning was several years ago. I went to visit my sister, and she lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, and there are several, okay? And there was like a Joann's going out of business, and I don't know. And you guys, I had to buy a suitcase to get my stuff home. Actually, I mailed some of it home myself because it was so heavy. I bought all kinds of like paper and because I haven't needed another thing since. And I didn't even spend that much money because it's so cheap there. But I don't know what all I bought. I bought that Japanese bookbinding tool that you guys thought was some like X-rated tool. Remember that one week? You guys were like, what is that? What else did I get? I don't think I got any dyes or anything. I don't think they had any when I went. I think I just got paper. I don't even remember, it was so long ago. But my sister was like, she just thought it was so stupid because she doesn't craft. So she just could not understand my joy of finding like some Tim Holtz paper or some Tim Holtz embellishments or something for like hardly anything or some Heidi Shine, sparkle stuff or whatever. My sister was like, and she was not into it at all. My craft. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Oh my gosh. I know you guys are really doing some garage sailing. Is going to be happening soon. Yeah, everybody's going to be doing their garage sailing. You guys are going to find some really great treasures. Garage sales are not the same here, you guys. I don't even want to get into the whole Kayla, you tell them about garage sales in Hawaii, okay? You tell Kayla can tell you about garage sales in Hawaii. Right, Kayla? You tell them. You tell them about garage sales in Hawaii. I don't know about it. Depends upon what island you live on, okay? So my island is a smaller island. I don't live on like the big island of Oahu. Not that I don't live on the busy island, you know, where like guys, if you had to like look at the Hawaiian Islands like big time cities, Oahu's like the New York City of the Hawaiian Islands. My island's more like the upstate, you know, like the upstate version, like the little like the town, and then the rest of them get slower and slower from there. But Fort Myers is so laid out, not enough hours in the day to hit the mall. Oh, really, Sue? Ooh. So do you do a lot of yard selling then? I know Diana lives in Ohio, and she lives near that yard sale. Is it called the world's largest yard sale, where it goes for like, I don't know, how many states does it go? Does anybody ever do that one? Your town has it going on for garage sales, Mary Kay? Oh, good for you. First of all, our houses are smaller. And so you can't keep a lot of stuff. You're going garage selling tomorrow if it isn't raining? Ooh, that sounds fun. I know, Michelle's Amish thing, that was awesome. Michelle, you got the absolute best when you did your Amish garage sale, whatever, find or whatever. That was awesome. You're not in Fort Myers anymore? Abby lives in Florida. Where do you live in Florida, Abs? If you're still here. I don't remember where you said you lived. I forgot. I'm like terrible, you guys. There was a time when I remembered everything. Now it seems like I can't remember stuff like that. Lisa's saying she has her husband trained to find her good stuff at yard sales. That's awesome. I enjoy shopping at yard sales. I do not enjoy having one because I end up just giving everything away. So it's just better for me not to spend the stress to put it all out. It's better for me to just donate it to a thrift store. I feel less stressed out when I donate it to a thrift store. You only remember you've forgotten how to remember. No, she lives in Amish country, Scotty. I don't think Amish people, maybe Amish people have garage sales. Do Amish people have garage sales? I don't know. She lives in Amish country. And she went to some major crazy yard sale. I don't know when was it? You guys got to go over and check her out. Michelle Scott here on YouTube. She did a haul from it, and it was, I have to tell you, it was pretty impressive. It was pretty impressive. The haul that she got from her yard selling. No, she was talking about the Amish people being at the yard sale. I don't think, you know, Scotty, I don't know. I don't think the Amish had a yard sale. You guys pipe in. I don't remember. Bye, Stace. Big hugs. You got to go deal with your babies. You're streaming in a little bit, yeah, Mama? If you guys haven't gone over, join Stacy's channel, Pink Poodle Crafts. You'll love her. You'll have a great time. You'll laugh a lot. She crafts amazing. She has some really amazing crafting. And it's fun. It's fun to hang out. And most of the time, well, I try to be there. I can't say I'm there all the time, but I want to be there, if that makes sense. Thanks for coming, Stace. Big hugs. Well, no, somebody told me that, no, the Amish were shopping, Sue says. So, no, Michelle was like saying like they were buying all the tools and stuff, like all the tools from the yard sales. She went to some fancy place that had like, I don't know, they gave a map out for that's how many yard sales they had. They gave a map out for it. You guys, when I used to live on the mainland, I had a collection of what I called garage sale art. Garage sale art is awesome. The volcano is still going strong. You guys pray for that. Pray for them. It is devastating. You guys, people, it has been going on for a month and no sign of stopping. I think over 2,000 homes lost. I can't tell you how many people displaced. And that's homes that they know of. You have to realize on that island, it is very jungle-like. So some of the homes could have been off the grid and were not accounted for, you know, in a census or whatever, you know. So it's, yep, natural disaster like nothing. They had a huge lava flow in the 50s. I think 50, I don't know if it was 56 or 59. That was something not as bad, but similar. This is the worst and I can't tell you how many thousands of acres of land. I mean, just stuff is just completely gone. We're talking about when lava comes, it just takes everything. There's like nothing left. You know, people are just trying to get out with basically with the clothes on their back and their animals. And, you know, I read a post in one of the groups that I'm in where people were criticizing them because they see them living in a parking lot, like near the community center. You guys, when you've lost everything and they designate this parking lot as whatever, and you can pitch a tent there, and you know that you can, you know, there's public restrooms, and you can take a shower, and you can pitch a tent and sleep there. When you've lost everything, it means everything. And you guys, we live in the tropics, so you know it's not the same as like living somewhere where it's really, really cold, you know, where you couldn't actually live outside, you know. But somebody said something sort of really, you know, we just have to be mindful that we all don't live the same way, you know. It's really easy to judge other people but if you live their lifestyle, you wouldn't, right? And until you've actually lived in the Hawaiian Islands, it's not anything like you've experienced. Did you say your gardener's retiring? My gardener is renting out your garage. He bought a huge amount of artwork. Ooh, that's awesome, Mary Kay. They will not be able to rebuild, Lisa. They will not. They will not. Yeah, lots of insurance companies don't cover acts of God. I posted on my Facebook page if anybody wanted to donate. They have a community donation going on right now, and all the money goes directly right to the community. It's basically feeding people. Can you imagine losing everything? I mean, everything. And some people's livelihoods were farming. Hi, Carrie. Some people's livelihoods were farming, and they'll never be able to farm their land again because it takes, I don't know, a long time before soil and stuff where you can. Yeah. You're wrapping boxes for what? Oh, you're wrapping boxes for a photo shoot? Oh, that sounds good. You had to buy flood insurance, Cheryl? Yeah. And, you know, people are being, like, super insensitive and saying stuff like, well, why would you build in a volcanic area? Because all the Hawaiian Islands are volcanic. All of them are. Just live, and that's only, like, one part of the island. That island's huge. No, they'll never be able to go back there, Lisa. It is sad. That's a great swap, Mary Kay. All right, so I've got the cover, and I've got my things, and now I'm just going to add my pages. I get to do the fun part. And I have lots of pages to add. What do you guys have planned for the weekend? Does anybody have some, like, good, fun plans going on for the weekend? If you guys haven't gone over and shouted out hello to the Mary Atia, you guys go over and show her some love. She's streaming tonight too. That's Meridel Abrams, and I love her. Love her, love her, love her. She is fabulous. And she does some super creative projects. And I love her, and she is streaming tonight. Who else is streaming tonight? Stacy will probably be streaming if she's not started yet. She'll be streaming soon. Pink Poodle Crafters. Ooh, Lynn says you could say that same about anywhere in the U.S. If Yellowstone volcano blows, we're all dead. Well, it doesn't kill you like that. I mean, I don't know about the Yellowstone volcano. Yeah, it just took everything. You guys should go over, if you're not my friend on Facebook, friend me, and you can look at my videos. I have posted. I try to keep, because I have lots of friends that live on that island, and lots of our mutual friends. Not everybody lives. A lot of people live off the grid. All right, I'm going to lay this down somewhere so it dries while I make the insides. I think it's just going to be one signature. Make sure I don't have any glue going on here, because you know me, I will. You guys, you have to realize this community of YouTube is so wonderful, and we have each other. We need to support each other. You know, being supportive of each other is the name of the game. There's more than enough to go around for every one of us. We don't have to be the kind of you know, things where you're just like, I don't want to support that person. Or it's not. There's more than enough for everyone. More than enough for everyone. I know I had some pages here because I had collected a whole bunch of book pages, but where did I put them? My fingers are so gluey. How many of you guys, like, I use so much glue it just sticks everywhere? So we have to support each other, and you know, it's not like you can't support everyone. You can. I mean, maybe you can't view everyone all the time, but you can certainly support and show some love. A whole pile of paper. Where did I put it? What did you say? I sent excellent videos. That's how you can see the volcano. Well, it's because I'm part of like local groups here, and they post them, you know. All of us in the South and Mexico will probably be safe. You're so funny, guys. All right, I'm going to find I've got glue all over my hands. I'm going to find my pages, and I'm going to put them in my book. I think I'm going to open up some junk mail. Which one of you guys sent me this? Maybe my friend did. American Savings Bank. It's got some cool. Yes, the tropics have tons of ants. Are you saying ants will survive? Maybe they will. I don't know, you guys. Well, let's all pray that doesn't happen, Lynn, because, you know, that's not good. Definitely not good. The whole pile of papers. Where did I put them? I thought I brought them over here with me. I hate this about myself when I like, you guys, I get distracted. I got distracted before I started, and then you guys are so funny. You know, the volcano's not going to affect us. It's only the ant quality. Oh, move to the tropics, Mary Kay. I have ants everywhere. You probably can see them crawling on my desk right here. It's like I can clean them off. They come, and they're all different kinds of ants. Okay, let's not be fatalistic, Lynn. Let's be like positive. Let's not be fatalistic. I'm not a weather person, and so I'm not going to, and I'm definitely not going to put that out there. I think we will all be fine. You guys, I don't think anyone's lost their life in this volcano. Although the lava has, not that I know of, I can't say about animals. I don't know about that, but I don't think anyone has. And I think with all of the technology we have today, I think we're kind of ahead of the curve. You know, I don't think that I don't think that it's like one of those things where you're still waiting for the uncles to show up. You're so funny. Uh, Living in the tropics, there's so many types of ants. Yeah, you're right. Anytime, anywhere, we could all be those poor people in the parking lot. But see, you guys don't. What you don't understand is that when you live off the grid, many people living off the grid here, and because the weather is probably like at least 70 degrees 90% of the time, they live like they do in Costa Rica, where they have like where some houses don't even have like they have to maybe just have screens. They don't even have they just have screens on their windows and that sort of thing. And it's a very safe place to live. So people living in a parking lot, look, they're happy to be alive and they're happy to have a place to stay. Lisa, you have wine. Who has cookies? Somebody wants cookies. Yeah, prayers and positive thoughts for the safety of everyone. You guys, it is, when you see the loss and devastation firsthand, it really is, it makes you sad. It really makes you sad. Well, this is the first hot day and the ants came in. You guys are so funny. Peppermint oil for the ants. Oh, girl, my whole house would be peppermint oil. There's ants everywhere. And I don't care. You don't have to have anything, and they come in. You'll just see them make a trail. They'll be up the wall, out the door. You're just like, okay. You're so. I have to find my pages. I thought I brought a whole. You guys, I have stacks and stacks of pages. I don't know what I did with them. Maybe they're over here. Because I knew I wanted to work on this because I found it and it had some stuff in it, but they weren't pages. You had ice cream floats for dinner? Oh, it sounds like my kind of dinner. I want an ice cream float. All right, I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab my paper right over here. I'm going to go ahead and start putting them in my little print, I don't know how many pages I'll be able to get in it. Probably, I don't know, 50? If I don't fill it too full. They refuse to come in your house because of the oil. Do you put it everywhere, Dania? I mean, give me the 411. I don't know if it'll work on tropical ants because, I don't know. I never knew there were this many kinds of ants until I moved here. And they are. You just gotta just breathe through it. Okay, I know I have enough pages in this folder because I have been purging some of the pages, but sometimes I'll get an old book and I'll have taken it apart and then I'll have all the coconut spiders. You mean banana spiders? The really big ones? Yeah, we have them, but they don't bother you. What do you do, Dania? You have to tell us about the mixture for the For the ant thing, Dania. Well, I said there were pages in here, but you guys, this is like so crazy. Okay, there's one. There's one. That's cute with kids eating watermelon and oh, you guys, today does feel like a good exhale day. It feels like, you know, it feels like, not cute. That's like some old, had a blender thing. That's hilarious. It's a book on a fairy. Another kid's book. There's a fishing lure book. There you go. Can't have too many fishing lures, right? This is bad when your friends are saving you their junk mail and write your name on it. Saving me envelopes, which I love. How many of you guys are obsessed with security envelopes like me? I don't even know why I am, but I love them. I do. I love them. All right, I think I might have enough pages, and I have some plain. I think I have some tea-dyed paper here too somewhere. This might be a few too many pages, but we will see. We will see. We will see. And I have some map pages. They're enough to climb the tree. They're, I don't know. Joyce, I don't spray anything. We don't, no, I don't, honestly, they don't really bother any of us. I don't kill bugs if I don't have to. You know, I usually just take them outside. I try not to kill any bugs. I won't say that it doesn't happen occasionally, but I don't. Because we have so many lizards and different things like that that eat all the bugs. And the last thing I want to do is poison anything. We have beautiful owls that are called pueo, and they're just beautiful. And when you start killing the bugs and poisoning the mice, then you're poisoning the owls. It's sort of a delicate ecosystem here. You love security envelopes too, Sherry? It's ridiculous, yeah? I love them too. Dania's going to go make herself a float. She's going to go make herself a, she's making herself a root beer float. Or some kind of a float, right, Dania? You guys, when you live on an island, you become more, I'm not going to say that you're not aware when you don't live on an island, but you definitely become much more aware of the fragility of an ecosystem. At least I do. I can't, you know, and so I don't, if I don't have to mess with anything, I don't. They were here before me. It's all our fault you want to, it's all our fault you want to, oh, thanks Nicole. I'm glad you joined our Facebook group. Lots of fun people. You can share any projects you want on there. Hi, Jamie. Is the volume low? I thought I turned it up. Jamie, it could totally be. My computer has a mind of its own. It could be me talking, though, too, you know? Maybe I'm not as loud as I normally am. It says it's up high. Hang on, let me just check them. Let me see something else. It could be. Sorry, James. I wish somebody had told me. earlier. Let me see. Volume is good? Okay, because I checked it when I started. Because I think Miss Scotty gave me a lesson one day about how it wasn't good. I didn't have my volume fixed or something. Yeah, Sue, it happens that way here. So it's like I just, if I don't have to do it, I don't do it. Lynn says a girl in her dollhouse club, in a dollhouse club or doll club. Lynn does, she does restorative work on antique dolls. Turned her onto security envelopes for small patterns for dollhouse miniatures. Oh, that sounds awesome. I don't know, girls. Who's 90 years young? Oh, the girl in your doll club? Well, that's awesome. How many of you guys want to do the woo-woo? We've been going for about an hour and 45 minutes, and we usually do the woo-woo close to 2 hours in, so 90 years young is awesome, Lynn. And for those of you, it's your first time joining us, we do like a guided meditation at the end of our streams. Woo needed? Okay, cool. So for those of you that want to stay for the guided meditation, all you need to do to participate is focus on your breathing. That's really all it is. Inhale in and let go, and then release. And that's really all. There's really nothing else to it. You just have to have a willingness to want to let go of something, right? You need woo-woo, Carrie. How have you been, Mom? I've been thinking about you. Did any of you guys get that book, My View from Heaven? That book by, did any of you guys read it? It's such a good book. I can't recommend it enough. The last woo knocked you out. You're so relaxed. It was a full moon release, yeah? It was definitely worth it. Definitely a full moon woo-woo. That was a good one. No, I think also, too, some of them affect us more than others because of where we are. Like, you know, like when you're in a space of allowing yourself to release things, I think they can be incredibly powerful. At least that's what I find. But, you know, for everybody, it is completely different, and it is completely, it's completely personal. So you have to do what's best for you, you know? Anyway, if you haven't gotten that book and you've recently lost anyone, or you're just sort of pining for somebody that you've lost, I can't tell you enough to get it. It's such a good book. It is such a good book. Good night, Dania. We love you. Big hugs. Good night, Mary Kay. We love you. And good luck on your job. I'm sending you so much love. You're going to get like the best job for you. You're going to get the one that you really want. You're going to get the best job for you. Good night, Mary Lou. Big hugs. The book is called, oh my gosh, it is such a good book. Hang on, I'll tell you what it's called. I just read it, and a friend of mine suggested that I read it, I don't even know how we would start talking about it. And one of my friends that I was helping, remember I told you guys I was helping my friend move, or helping her, one that I helped. Let's see. I'll tell you what it is because it's in my. If you have a Kindle, if you have Amazon Prime, or you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free. But Amazon Prime gives you, I think, 1 or 2 books a month for free. Maybe even more. I don't know because I can't. Honestly, I don't remember, but I'll tell you the name of the book. Just give me a second. It's called My View from Heaven, a boy's story of his journey to heaven and the purpose. And it's by Serena Baptista. And let me see if I can cut and paste it. If I can cut and paste the name, I'll cut and paste the name, and then I'll put it in the chat for you. It is such a good book, and it's such, yeah, Amazon Prime, you guys check out what your Prime membership gives you. That's the name of the book. And it's by, Amazon Prime gives you, like, I think it gives you a couple of books a month for free to read for free, and this one's in that free. You just read it and then you return it, and then you get it'll. This is the author. That's the author. You're still awake, Carla. How have you been doing, Mama? You moved your offices this week? No, moving is like, I don't know what it is about moving. We were just talking about it earlier. So I am suspecting that we can all do some releasing, and it can be around anything. You can release anything going on in you that you don't want to hold on to. Relationships, friends, anything that's not working for you, anything. That's the night, Emily. Big hugs to you. And maybe there's nothing you want to release, but you want to add something to your life. You can also put that in there, you know? I just find that when you allow yourself to release, especially things you hold on to with heavy emotion, then the things that you've always wanted or waited for come. Does that make sense? Sorry, the dog's gonna bark. She's been looking for the babe. You know, the babe went to a birthday party, and it's just the dog and I. And the dog did not get her dose of playing outside today. So, you know, it's sort of like, haven't you ever, like, watched one of those people that, oh my gosh, love her, Esther Hicks, and she talks about, you know, your rockets of desire and how you're already programmed them. They're already there. It's just waiting for you. And it's sort of like it's waiting for you, but your cart's full, right? And your cart can be full with, like, anything. Regret, anything. Anything that's not love is something, you know, love or above, love or joy or bliss, happiness, is clogging up your channel. It's clogging up your, I'm going to like this junk journal. I don't know what I'm going to do in it, but I'm going to like it. I'm going to like it. I'm liking it already. So, for those of you that want to participate, you know, and you don't have to have an agenda. You know, sometimes I just, Kier says, now that I'm with my peeps and my peeps are here, you know, you have to know that it's weird to me that I know in my heart I didn't buy 2 typewriters. You did. Kier, what happened? How did you find your I didn't get the story of your typewriter. If you talked about it in your stream, I didn't get it because I wasn't there, but I'll have to go back and watch that video. I can tell you some funny things that I've gotten for myself. So, like, one time I needed a car, and I had no money, guys. We needed a second car, and I had zero money. And so I just had done a bunch of releasing, and I just asked the universe. I said, we need a second car. It has to come as a gift. And I said, I need it soon or whatever. And next thing you know, I had this friend call me up and say, can I take you to breakfast? And honestly, I didn't really want to go to breakfast with him, but I did. But I did. And at the breakfast, he said to me, he had recently lost his partner. And he said, how much Jerry loved you and da-da-da-da-da. And I said, yeah, I miss him. And anyway, his partner died suddenly of a heart attack. And so I was like chatting with him, and he was like, we have this car, and we don't, this was when I lived in upstate New York. I had a house in upstate New York and lived in New York City. He says, we have this car, and it's our car that we use when we're up here. And he just said, I can't decide if I want to fold this or not. And he just said, I don't need two cars now that Bob's gone. And I said, because this morning in my meditation, I just heard that maybe it would be something you'd be interested in. And you guys, I was like, thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Tell us the story about your typewriter. So, I know it works. And I know that, I had done some clearing around whatever resistance was in me that, I didn't want another car, or I don't know what the resistance was at the time. It's a long time ago. Neither of you remember buying two, but you have two typewriters. So what happened, Kara? Tell us the story about your typewriter really quick while I'm still folding pages before we begin our woo-woo. You have to tell us about your... I love this. Isn't this cool with this old vintage blender? I love it. Kira says it was unreal. I visualized a typewriter and I have plans on buying another one. Okay, so it's the next step. So what's the next? But what? So I know you can manifest all kinds of things. You guys, I manifested a house once. I needed a house, and I manifested a house with no money. Okay, so I know the universe is always conspiring to give us what we need and want if we're open to it. Okay, I'm really going to enjoy this junk journal. It's going to be a little funky and eclectic, but I'm going to enjoy it very much. This is your favorite, this is your daughter's favorite book. The colors are beautiful. I agree with you, Jamie. How are you, Mama? It didn't show up in the chat, Mama. You said when you were looking at the... So Kara saying a few days ago, she was so missing her typewriter when she was going through Michelle Scott's tome, and she'd given it away. Which sounds like something I would do. Jamie, I used some of your bath bombs today. They were awesome. They were so awesome. Michelle, Kara, that sounds like me. I totally give stuff away, and then I'm like, where did that go? I love this. Dog's driving. So cute. She said her husband came home yesterday with my typewriter. We both know I didn't buy two. Oh, wow. It was wrapped in a blanket in our storage shed. Wow. It's a little weird. Good for you. I'll tell you guys a story about manifesting $500 in a minute after Kara finishes. That's so cool, Kara. That's so awesome. That is really, really, really awesome. No, I think it's cool. So I needed $500 or something. I don't even remember what it was for now. And I needed it like in an hour. And I was like, I was sitting on the bed and I was like, and it was like late at night. I don't remember what I was going to, but I needed money and I didn't have, my bank card had expired. You know, I had let my bank card, whatever, I hadn't gotten a new one. I didn't notice it. So when I had gone to the ATM to try to get money, I couldn't get it. And I needed this $500 that day. And I can't remember what it was. It was after like banking hours. So I couldn't have gotten it. And it was like on a Saturday. So the bank wasn't open on Sunday and I needed it. So I sat on the edge of my bed. And I was just like focusing on this money. I said, please, infinite spirit, open the way for my great abundance. I'm a money magnet. $500 appears magically. That's what I just kept saying over and over again in my head, right? I didn't think much of it, and I just thought, oh, well, and I can't remember what it was for. It was either for, like, my daughter needed it for a trip or something. Like, you had to pay a down payment or something. It was something for one of the kids. You had to pay something, and it needed to be in cash. It couldn't be in a credit card or a check, and I don't remember the whole. But anyway, so I sat there, and I was, like, visualizing this money in my mind. Like, I was asking the universe for this money. And then I got inspired to clean out the closet. Like, I don't know. And it was late. Say it was like, I don't know. Say it was 10 o'clock at night, which is not late, but you know what I mean. Like, who wants to clean out their closet at 10 o'clock at night? So I started cleaning out the closet. And I was saying that to myself, infinite spirit, open the way for my great abundance. And then, you know, I'm a money magnet. Money comes to me easily. I manifest this $500 in cash easily. Because I didn't have anything else to do and I was like, I can't remember. Maybe she was going on some trip and she needed the $500 and I waited till the last minute and then my bank card thing didn't work and I don't know. And so I was just, this is many years ago when my oldest daughter was about 13 or 14. And I was cleaning out the closet, and in the very back of my closet were these men's jackets, and I thought, whose men's jackets are these? Because I didn't recognize them, but you know how weird stuff, remember I told you guys my karma for weird clothes showing up in my house? So I was like, cool, there's some vintage old jackets, and then I thought, well, maybe I collected them from a thrift store, because, you know, sometimes I did that, but I didn't remember them. Usually I would have a memory for things that I really loved and wanted to collect. So I was like, I tried them on. They didn't really fit. I was like, whatever. So I decided made a pile of stuff to let go of to give to the thrift store. In my cleaning up the closet, something told me to check the pockets. Do you guys know? And one of the pockets was five $100 bills. And I think it was I think my daughter was her school was taking them on a trip and they needed this. They were leaving on Sunday or something to go to D.C. and they needed like $500 in cash to take with them. And I didn't think about anything about it because I figured I'd go to the ATM, you know. $500 in cash in the men's jackets in my closet. I know, right? So you can manifest just about anything you want. You know, you do have to get clear though, and you have to focus on what you want. Right? I've manifested cars. I manifested a house. I manifested, let's see, what else have I manifested? I manifested a couple of cars actually in my lifetime, like cars that I wanted. Without too much effort. What else? The money was like, I remember thinking that at that moment, like, if I can manifest this, I could certainly manifest peace on earth. I was like, what do I really want? I want peace. I want peace. I want peace on this planet. I want peace for everyone. I want peace and love for everyone. You guys, I remember after that, I was like, okay, I could do peace. I think I'll vote for peace. I think peace will be my focus now. You can manifest Blake Shelton. Yeah, of course you could. If you want a Blake Shelton, is that what you want, Carla? You want Blake Shelton? Guys, haven't you like watched like some of those crazy like movie stars like Katie Holmes talked about having a having a poster of Tom Cruise on her wall when she was a little tiny, when she was young, because she was so much younger than him, and telling everybody that was her husband. And then she married him, I don't know how many years later. Do you think it would be awesome, though? I mean, do you really think it would be awesome? How about him or something better, under grace in a perfect way? I told you guys, didn't I tell you guys the story about manifesting and Hottie and his manifesting? Didn't I tell you about that? You said yesterday the typewriter was the only thing you ever regretted getting rid of. Oh, I've gotten rid of so many things, and then I go, why did I let that go? So let me just tell you a little about manifesting. Okay, so you want to ask for something, you want to ask for this or something better, okay? Because you don't want to take on the karma of things that are really not meant for you, right? So, and you want to always say, under grace in a perfect way. Under grace meaning like, you know, with the universe's blessing, with the divine's blessing. And so, my hottie once, this is before we were together, we were talking about manifesting things, and maybe we were friends, I don't even remember. Anyway, because it was so long ago, he needed a very large sum of money for something, like $10,000, and he was focusing on it. He was focusing on it, focusing on it, focusing on it, focusing on it, and he just neglected the part under grace in a perfect way, right? And on Halloween night, a drunk driver drove into his house and caused so much damage, and the insurance payout was whatever, plus an additional $10,000. So I said, I don't know about you. I said, I think from this point forward, I would say under grace in a perfect way, and I don't think I would. And he was like, definitely. He said, because he said it was a lot of, he said, thank goodness the kids weren't home, because he said, you know, they tore into the corner of his home. They could have done some real damage. So whenever you're trying to manifest something, you always want to say under grace in a perfect way. You know, you don't want to just, and the other thing is that not everything is meant for us. So like, let's talk about relationships and let's talk about men. So I have this friend, and this is going to sound like creepy. And if you guys get creeped out, I'm sorry. So she really used to covet, well, let's talk about a house. Okay, this house, we won't talk about the relationship part. I don't want to talk about that one. That's kind of like, it can be, so she wanted this house. And when she would drive by this house, she would imagine herself living in it. And she would see herself living in it, and she would say to the universe, this is my house. I want this house. Now, she never said under grace in a perfect way, and she never said this or something better. Okay? You always want to say, I would like this or something better, under grace in a perfect way. Whatever it is. Like, I'd like my car. Somebody wants a Tesla. Somebody told me the other day they wanted a Tesla. So I'd like this Tesla, this or something better, under grace in a perfect way. So she wanted this house, and she used to drive by, and I remember visiting her in San Francisco. That's where she lived, and she would be like, let's go drive by my house, and she'd drive by her house, drive by her house, drive by the house. And so I think she even inquired about the house, and I don't know, the people living in it were like, we don't want to sell it. You guys, she focused on this house so much that the man in the house suddenly died, and the house came on the market, and it became her house. But she didn't, after she moved into that house, because it really wasn't meant in that way, the energy of the house was like, I don't know. It just was never, like you could just feel, it felt really, really, really sad all the time. And she got really sad. And then eventually she sold the house. So we were talking to this other friend of ours who's like, I don't know. She does like past life regression stuff. And a lot of bad luck followed my friend after she moved into that house. And so she was like kind of freaked out by it all. And, you know, because she'd wanted this house forever. And just innocently, you guys, not in a malicious way, right? And this friend of ours that was like this past life regressionist, we were talking about it one day. And she said to her, well, you took on that guy's karma. You took on the energy of that man because you coveted his house so much. You know, you took on the energy of whatever was there, and he was really, really, really sad. And the house was really, really, really sad. And then, so after that, she just added, so we did a lot of clearing and cleansing around it. And then after that, she just added under grace in a perfect way, or this or something better, because you don't want to take on somebody else's energy. Haven't you ever, like, bought something, like, even at a thrift store, and you bought it, and you get it home, and you go, something's not right with it, and you let it go? Or no amount of smudging helps the energy of it release? The law of cause and effect is really strict, you guys. Really, really, really strict. So that's why if you can find a thought that feels better, that's why you don't want to put any thoughts out in the universe, any at all, that are not positive. Because I don't know about you, but I don't need no shizzle. I create enough shizzle on my own. I don't need no extra. Yeah, so back to Blake Shelton. This or something better, Carla. Because I don't know what Blake Shelton's karma is. I don't know what his karma is. And you know that TV personalities always seem different than they are in real life. You all know that. You all totally know that. That TV personalities are always different than they are in real life. You say, this or something better. I'd like this or something better. So this or something better. The energy of your typewriters are amazing, yeah. So say, this or something better. You what? You let 2 husbands go? Good for you, mama. I don't know, after all the stuff I've been going through with my ex, I think to myself, what did I ever see in him? Like, honestly, I'm like, I was thinking about that today. I was like, what did I ever see in him? I was like, this is like, I was also very young. So who knows what I saw. I'm going to like it though. Like, look at it so far. It needs some other pages. I have some coffee dyed and Kool-Aid dyed paper somewhere. But it's going to be great. I'm loving this. It'll be a small little journal, but I'll love it. And I don't know if I'm going to glue stuff in it or collage in it. Or sometimes I just make them and like them just as they are. Exactly. He's on his 3rd marriage. So what does that tell you? Probably not good to conjure him up. Okay, so if you guys want to get really deep, so I was with this, guys, I've had so many weird experiences in my life. Anyway, I was with this person that was very tuned in. And we were at like a dinner party, and he turned to this, he was an old man from India, and he turned to this guy that was sitting next to me, like the guy was just somebody that, we were just at a friend's party. And he said to him, quit focusing on Steve Jobs. And the guy was like, how did you know I'm focused on Steve Jobs? He goes, because when I look at you, I look at Steve Jobs. And the guy goes, well, I want to be successful like Steve Jobs. And he goes, and Steve Jobs died of cancer. He goes, stop it. I was like, woo. I was like, okay, I get it. No, I agree with you, Renee, but sometimes you even get gifts, right? And the energy's not good. Sandy says she married the same man twice. Yeah. Or do you see stupid on my forehead? Oh, Sandy, we all have done it. I mean, I haven't married the same man twice. Universe, I do not want that. I'm releasing that thought. I am releasing that thought. I want to get clear. I want to get clear. That's why we're talking about getting clear so you get what you want. So I would say, whatever it is you want to put in the woo-woo tonight, say, I'd like this or something better. Right? Under grace in a perfect way. I've known lots of people that have done that, Sandy. I've known people that have married the same person 3 times. Right? Gifts. So my daughter brought me home a gift. She was like, Mom's going to give me this gift the other day, and I think it's for you. And I looked at it, and I was like, I don't want it. And she's like, why don't you want it? Because it was like, you guys, the energy of it was like, I don't know. I didn't want to tell her because it was from one of her friends, I said, honey, I'm purging. I'm not taking on anything new. But no, you definitely don't want that. You don't want it. You can do both, Jamie. You manifest things more quickly if you can stay focused on them. Most of us can't. Most of us have like what I call like ADD shiny. It's like we're like a squirrel. Like something else comes along and we go the other direction. We go, oh, and then we run that way. You can write it down. It is good to affirm it if it's something you really want, but always add this or something better. Because that's why, like, look at Hottie. He, like, had somebody drive into his house and, take off a corner of his home. The drunk driver, which is, like, horrible. And then my friend with the house that she coveted all those years, whoever lived, anyway. She said she learned her lesson. I said, I learned my lesson from watching you, too. This or something better, this or something better, this or something better. Whatever it is you want. So you guys, I've been working on manifesting my house here. So I'll tell you. So what happens to me is I'll find something I really like and I'll focus on it and I'll just say this or something better. And it can be a house that has been on the market for 3 years. Okay, that was recently. Recently I found this house and I really liked it. It had been on the market for 3 years and I don't know what was wrong with it. And no one had showed any interest in it, and I've been focusing on it for like the past 2 weeks, and we were supposed to go see it last week, and we didn't go see it last week, because I don't know how to get to work, or I don't remember why we didn't go. And you guys, today, I call the realtor, and I go, so we want to set up an appointment to see that house. And you guys, somebody made an offer on it. It has been sitting there for a year and some odd months. So I know for me, how it works is, that, I know it'll be this or something better, but it also has to be, and I also kind of think like Hottie didn't really want the house. Not that he didn't want the house, but I think he's just a little overwhelmed with responsibility right now, and I think the thought of adding a house that possibly needed some work to it might be a little bit too much for him. So it's always good to be on the same page with whoever, if you live with somebody that doesn't want the same things you do. That's why this or something better is probably a good way. Well, I'm going to really like this journal, and hopefully I'll really work in it. Or maybe I'll just hold it and like it. Okay, let's do some woo-woo. So let's think about... Oh, that's sweet. Kara says that she on things she puts in the mail, she talks to the items, and she says the person's name, and may this bring them true joy and better health. Oh, that's awesome, Kara. Vision boards really work, you guys. They are. If you're a visual manifestor, vision boards work. Vision boards work. Affirmations work. But I say add this or something better. I say this or something better. Under grace in a perfect way. Was this a coloring book or a storybook? This is just a storybook. Oh, whatever I was putting in there. Jamie, I don't know. Because I have collected so many things. I am letting go, though. I think I am going to have to put something on the spine, because even though I have reinforced it, it looks like it's really... I'll have to find something cute to put on it, because I really like the graphics. So I'll have to look for something and so that I can... But I'm going to like it. And it's going to be great with these crazy ties. And then I'm going to put... It definitely needs pockets, and I may even put a pocket in the front of it, like a real pocket, like a... Bye, Brandy. Big hugs. You have to be up at 4:30. Well, we'll put you in the woo-woo if you want to be. Okay, so let's bring to mind. You can manifest and release. So like, just bring to mind, like, say you're having a problem in the area of finances. That tends to be pretty much everyone. Even no matter how much money you have, there's always something that you need something more for, right? I think it's cute too. I think I'm gonna really like it. Oh, Jamie, I'm purging. It's like I have too much stuff. Good night, Sandy. Big hugs. So bring to mind, like, so say it's in the area of finances or financial abundance or prosperity. Let's focus on prosperity. So you can just say, I want to release any blocks I have around prosperity in tonight's woo-woo, and I want to create what I want, whatever it is you want or need, this or something better, under grace in a perfect way. Okay? So, and for those of you that, if you don't want to manifest anything, you just want to release something, just talk, say, I want to, like, tell yourself, I want to release it. If you don't know if you have anything to release, just say, I want to release anything that's holding me back from living my divine purpose, my soul's divine purpose. That always works for me too. You wanna let go of anything that's keeping you from living in your soul's divine purpose. And so it works. All right, so put your feet on the floor, and you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. I find it better if I close my eyes when I do it, but you do what works for you. And all you need to do is focus on your breathing, and that's it. That is all it is. And just release. And you don't even need to know what you're releasing. Just release, okay? So if anybody would like to do some energized water, go get your water now. And you could also include anyone else you'd like into your energy work. Say you have someone that you know that can need a little extra love, or I don't know, you have a pet that's not doing as well, or anything like that. You can bring them in and include them in. Just think, you only have to think about them once. Bring them to mind one time. So is anybody getting energized water? Let me know. Did I lose you guys? Did I lose all of you? Are you all just like zoning out? You can energize Pepsi. Pepsi has a water content. Why not? You can energize any liquid you have, your coffee. I just say water because you can really taste the difference in your water. You can really taste the difference in your water. I think Ash was with us the other night, and she said her water tasted better. Hey, Nancy, you're in the zone. You're zoning. Hey, it's all good. It's Friday, you guys. We're all zoning. You have your water ready? Are we waiting on anybody? Cheryl, do you have your water? Are you here? You got your green tea? I love green tea. I have a thing for green tea. It's terrible. Yerba mate green tea. I like all green tea. Coffee and tea. Pepsi just happened to be the closest. Whatever, you know, it's all good. We're happy you're here, Nancy. So bring to mind, include anyone you'd like to include. It could be any friend, family member, pet. Always include your home because the energy you live in is the most important. You landed here for a reason. You know what? I think a lot of the girls here can pipe in and say that too, right, guys? Right? Right? Come to crafts, stay for the woo-woo. Okay, and now I just want to say nothing that we do here interferes with any of your own personal belief systems. When I say the central sun or the divine, you picture whoever that is for you, right? Whoever and whatever image that is for you. Some people like to focus, like one day I did a Christ meditation, and then I think Carrie was here. Carrie's like, look, there's the face of Christ in your paint. And I was like, yeah, because all day long I had done Christ-like meditation. So the divine is the energy that created the earth. It comes in multiple forms. You pick whatever works for you. Okay? There's no right or wrong. The divine answers every time, no matter what you call them. Her, it, the energy. So everybody just find yourself a comfortable place, either sit or lay down, and just all you need to do is focus on your breathing. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. On the inhale, you're receiving. On the exhale, you're releasing. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to expand around your body personality, 6 feet in all directions. Allow your column of light to find its way below your feet, deep in the heart of the earth. Give your column of light big tree roots to anchor itself deep in the heart of the earth. Give your column of light permission to root itself even further. When you allow your light to take root in the heart of the earth, you are connecting to your own very essence. Let's also give our column of light permission to expand just a little further around our body personality and just a little deeper into the heart of the earth. Let's ask the earth to share with us her beautiful energy. I see this energy like beautiful gold light, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy rise up through your roots. Feel it filling your column of light. Feel it rising up, filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your heart, and back. Feel it filling your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat and neck, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine, expelling any and all excess deep into the heart of the central sun. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Let's focus on the energy above your head in the heart of the Creator Creation energy, the heart of the central sun. Allow your column of light to give itself big roots the same way you did below your feet, above your head. Give your column of light big roots above your head. Let's ask this beautiful angelic cosmic realm to share with us their energy. This beautiful creator creation energy, this beautiful central sun energy. I see this energy like beautiful silvery diamonds, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy pouring through your column of light, filling your head and face, throat and neck, shoulders, arms, wrists, hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, waist, lower abdomen, base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep in the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. Now I'd like us to focus on our heart, and let's give our heart a window and open that window up. And allow your body, just see anything that needs to leave, leaving like smoke. It just goes. You can release all grief, frustration, anger, sadness, resentment, ambivalence. Release all criticism and judgment of yourself first and foremost. Allow your body and your mind and your soul to release whatever isn't serving you. Leave your window wide open. And as we continue working on every part of our body, leave your window open knowing it is releasing anything that no longer serves you. Now let's focus on the point of light where we connect to the earth. And on the inhale, breathe in and receive the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of love, the spirit of peace, the spirit of bliss. And on the exhale, release whatever doesn't work for you. Ready? Receive in love, focusing where your roots are in the earth. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet below your feet. Receive the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of love, the spirit of joy, the spirit of peace. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Check and make sure your heart is still open and that smoke is leaving. Give your body personality, give your being, soul, spirit permission to release anything that does not vibrate at least at the vibration of love. Release anything else. Let's focus on the base of our spine. Breathe in and receive peace, the spirit of peace, the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your lower abdomen. Receive peace, the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of joy, the spirit of bliss. And the spirit of freedom. Receive it and release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your waist. Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your heart. Make sure the window's open. Receive the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of joy, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of peace, the spirit of love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. One more time. Receive in love. Keep releasing. Allow your heart to stay open. Let's focus on your fifth energy center in your throat. Receive the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of peace, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of love, the spirit of joy, the spirit of freedom. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the energy center between the center of your eyes and the middle of your forehead. Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of joy, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of love, the spirit of prosperity. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the point of energy at the top of your head. Receive the peace of the spirit of peace, the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of love, the spirit of joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 1 foot above your head. Receive the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of joy, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of love, the spirit of peace. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 1 foot above your head, receiving the peace of the spirit of peace, the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of joy, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Six foot above your head, receive the spirit of peace, bliss, the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of joy, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of love. Receive in 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 love. Focus on the heart of the cosmos, the heart of creator creation, the heart of the central sun, the heart of the eye, and allow yourself to receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of prosperity, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of freedom, the spirit of joy, the spirit of love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol. See it starting in this high point of creator creation energy, the heart of the cosmos. Feel it crossing through your heart, entering deep into the heart of the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the divine, the heart of the divine, the heart of the earth, the heart of the central sun, the heart of the eye. And on the exhale, give back love. Ready? Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. One more time. Receive in love and give in love. Now I'd like you to focus on your hands and let me know when you feel this energy. Just say yes. one hand on your heart and one hand on your water, or wherever you don't have any water, wherever you'd like to send the energy. Now I'd like you to keep one hand on your heart and with the other hand sending out the energy to anywhere else that you feel could use a boost right now. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. And feel free to share anything that you'd like to share. There's no right or wrong. You feel relaxed. Oh, good, Jamie. I took baths with your bath bombs today. That was so good. I love them. So nice. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. Come anytime. We always try to do meditation at the end. You don't have to stay for the woo-woo. You could just... You feel heavy, like in your body? You're welcome here. Love you, girls. And share anything you want. Sometimes, everybody has a different experience. I think I'm going to really like this book. I'm excited. I just need to add some blank pages. Oh, good, Lynn. I'm glad. You guys start watching your thoughts, and find one that feels better. Oh, good. Lots of blue and cold. Oh, good. I'm glad, Jude. I'm sorry, sometimes I go mindless, so I forget. And I have my eyes open the whole time because, sometimes we get kind of crazy. Sometimes a troll can come into the chat. So I keep my eyes open, but I get spaced out, Oh, thanks, Lynn. You guys, your energy is your most precious commodity. Don't take it somewhere. Don't take it somewhere where it's going to get stomped on or you don't feel good. Guys, sometimes I can't go into those big box stores. Not whether it's the lights or what. Sometimes I can't go into them. I wasn't there for that either, Lynn, today. I mean, I was there for a little bit, and then I had to deal with a bunch of stuff, so I couldn't stay. Well, I'm just saying, don't take it, now that you guys are all zenned out and blissed out, don't take yourself somewhere where you're not going to continue to feel that. Sometimes I think the woo-woo does scare them away, Jamie. They get here and they're like, night, Scotty, love you. I saw your great pictures of your grandbabies today. They were so sweet. That little Owen is so cute. It can happen, Nancy, for empaths. You just have to learn how to put some protection around yourself. Taking yourself to bed? Good. It can make you tired. You know, it can, because what happens is, first of all, you're breathing a lot more oxygen in your body than you normally do. And second, oh, you're still here, Linda. We love you. I'm sorry if I didn't chat enough to you. I didn't see you, Mama. I mean, I saw you early on, but the chat was kind of flying by tonight. Love you, Linda. I hope you have a wonderful night. And I loved your new watercolor paintings. They're awesome. Good night, Nance. Thanks for joining us. Anybody else want to share anything? The chat was fast tonight. I was missing. I looked down on it, and it was like a totally different subject, which isn't bad. It's just you guys feel free if you want to chat about anything. Chat. I'm here. You got my undivided attention. Charlie, stop. There's nobody here, Charlie. That's my neighbor's dog and Charlie. There's nobody here, Charlie. Stop. Oh, I guess I have a big lizard next to me. I don't know what it is, but the lizard let me. Oh, love you, Renee. Oh, I'm glad, Mama. Can you stop? Girl, we released a lot, so you could be tired. Love you, Renee. Charlie, enough. All right, my lovelies. I don't know how are things on the mainland. I don't know how things are on the mainland. You guys are on the mainland. Things are okay here, you know. We're just all going through. Buddy says hi to Charlie. Charlie is just my name. Charlie did not get her dose of running outside to play with my youngest and with all the kids in the neighborhood. And my neighbor came home. My neighbor that lives next door, not even in my house, came home. So Charlie's like protecting me. For my neighbor bringing home her groceries. It's Charlie. I love you girls. I don't know how I haven't decided if I guess I need to figure out what I'm gonna do on my spine before I bind it, because if I'm gonna add some fabric, or add something, I need to do that before I poke the holes in through and bind it. But I'm liking it, and I'm gonna find some Kool-Aid. I know I have some Kool-Aid dyed paper somewhere in my stash over here. But I'm liking it. You guys, make yourself a junk journal. I don't know what it is about making a junk journal, but I enjoy it a lot. Oh, you worded it wrong, the Big Island? I think that they're okay. The really sad thing is that, a lot of people lost their home. I think more than 2,000, I think. I think the count's up to 2,000 homes. But that's only homes that they've counted. You guys, they have to send out helicopters to areas because a lot of people live off the grid there. And they buy, big properties or several acres, and they're off the grid with no public roads So they were like, they have to make sure that, right? So I posted a few, if anybody felt like giving anything, I posted a few groups on my Facebook page that go right to local groups that are right there. And right now, really, what they're doing is they're buying, it's going to sound terrible, but they're buying face masks, and the kind of respirator masks with filters, and they're buying food and supplies for people that are suddenly, it's not just a few people. Think about it, 2,000 homes. Just say that's that's 2 people in each home. That's 4,000 people, but it's more like probably 5 or 6 people in each home. So a lot of people are displaced. A lot of animals. It's definitely a time of change. Yeah, they've gotten aid from outside of our islands as well. Definitely. I know people are donating. Think about it. If just say 4,000, it's probably more like 6,000 or 8,000 people that are without places to live, and more than that, they have nothing. They've completely lost everything. So, and they can never go back to build. There's nothing to rebuild there. So, they're doing the best they can, just trying to get through. I feel for all of it, Jade. All of it. It's sad all the way around. But, just got to keep hoping. Just got to stay positive, right? Well, I love you guys, and I will see you again on Tuesday. Don't forget Carla from Caged Fish. That's Caged with a K. She will be streaming Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafts is streaming now. Meridel Abrams from the Mary Atelier may be streaming now. You guys go out and support each other. This wonderful crafty community really does see through some difficult times. There's enough for all of us. So go and support all of them. I certainly do. I love all you girls. And I don't know, I think, is Jessica streaming? Jessica Rapp from Two Silver Oranges? Is she streaming on Sunday too? I think she streams at around 4 o'clock on, I think she streams around 4 o'clock on Sundays. Anyway, I love you guys. You guys are all welcome to join our Facebook group, Crafting Mamas. And I'll see you guys again on Tuesday. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. Aloha. Carla's saying it's Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern is Jessica Rapp 2 Silver Oranges. So you guys join her too. Go over and like and subscribe to her channel. Make sure you guys click the bell so that you get the notifications. All right. See you guys. I'll see you either on Sunday at Carla's stream or Sunday at Jessica's stream. All right. Good night, guys. Aloha. Thank you.